It does.
She's got lovely fetlocks, though, hasn't she? Absolutely gorgeous ones.
Great stuff.
Now, when two brothers realised their dad was suffering serious health problems, they set on a mission to fix him.
Ian and Anthony Whitington's father, Geoff, was unfit, he was overweight, and he risked losing his foot due to type 2 diabetes.
So they set him a series of fitness challenges and even recorded his progress along the way. And their film, Fixing Dad, charts their father's progress, and it was a far from easy ride.
We know that he is stubborn.
Because I don't enjoy cooking. I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy cooking.
How do you fix what's perfect?
Fixing a stubborn, overweight diabetic is about more than just diet. It's also about changing the life that made him that way.
He's changing, isn't he? Yeah. We're seeing the old Geoff.
Goodness me, will Geoff and his sons Ian and Anthony join us now? Look, you know, what did you think when your sons, the boys you used to tell what to do, suddenly came to you and said, Dad, we're now in charge?
Well, I just, at that time, I didn't know, you know, I'd been given a lot of bad news about the way things were going, and I was just lost. I just didn't know what to do next. And basically, I told the boys, and they took it on. They just took over from me.
So in theory, was it your dad coming to you and saying, I'm not sure how to turn this round, that got the two of you thinking?
It wasn't really. I mean, Dad had sort of voiced it in the past that, you know, what was going on, but it was really the threat of amputation that really spurred us on. And we, in the end, realised we'd probably, in ourselves, left it a bit long. But luckily, it looks like we've just about caught it. And I think it was just showing him how loved he was, the fact that we were prepared to take time out of our days. We're all busy, we're a normal family, but it's kind of spending that time with him has really just changed the whole thing.
He's quite stubborn, isn't he, your dad?
Yeah, incredibly stubborn. That was the big problem initially, really, trying to get him to eat properly and to just take our advice, because he'd only ever take professional advice, really, and unfortunately we didn't feel he was getting the right advice professionally a lot of the time.
It's a wonderful film. I urge anybody to watch the film that you've put together, because it's an extraordinary film, and in a very short space of time charts this journey that you've been on, Geoff. You know, when you look back, can you believe that you'd let yourself get so ill and so unhealthy?
Well, the fact of the matter was, I mean, it's over a 40-year period. You know, literally, my work and lifestyle at the time was just eating absolute rubbish, basically, nearly all the time, drinking far too much, and I knew what I was doing. And I was being told, even, you know, by the medical profession, yes, if you change your diet, things can change. But you don't listen. You don't really take that in. And it's not until you take control of it yourself. You've got to.
But I think a lot of people identify with you in that, because you were working incredibly long shifts, weren't you?
That's
it's
right.
very hard to get the motivation to cook healthily when you get home from that. So you had to change everything, really, didn't you?
Well, yeah, but what the boys made me realise, it's not a massive instant change. It's small changes that make the difference. And exercise. The biggest thing for me was exercise, getting out on a bike and riding, and I absolutely love it.
There's some lovely footage, Anthony, of your dad. I'm not sure who's pushing him initially, and pushing him as you're running along, and then clearly your dad's got so fit that you're then on the bicycle, and then at the end of the film you're racing each other.
Exactly, this is it. Yeah, it's so tangible, that progression. He's really, you know, I was out there running, waiting for him at the tops of hills while he cycled up, and yeah, now he's on my tail all the time, even on the bike. So it's been massive, and he completed the Prudential 100 in August as well.
100-mile bike ride.
I think setting goals has been a really important part of it, and making the film has really been key. I think Fixing Dad, making that a very sort of relevant and socially engaging film has been important.
And has it worked? You look great. I mean, how is the diabetes now?
Well, basically, I've lost virtually 6 stone. I'm still on the go, but yeah, I've just been told I can come off my final diabetes medication for a tester period, but it looks very good at the moment. And my aim now is to get rid of all my other medication, which is blood pressure pills and cholesterol pills. I'm just aiming to be completely diabetes free, which is, I'm being told, we're going for a survey. And
it's critical we refer to this as type 2, because it's obviously not
yes,
type 1, it's a very different illness, but then 85% of sufferers are type 2, and so it's very, very relevant to a lot of people's struggle out there now.
Tell us about the time frame, just quickly. How long has it taken your dad to do this?
It's taken about 11 months so far.
11 months.
But he's still having problems. There are problems still there.
But you'll get there. I
It's a long way.
sense you're going to get there. It's brilliant. Lovely to speak to you and hear your story.
Thank you
I'm
so
sure you've
much.
inspired many
Thank you.
others.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
Thank
I hope
very
you
much.
have. You've not quite fixed Dad yet, but there's no doubt he's going to get there in the end. It's a really fabulous
They
film.
won't leave me alone, so.
You got no
Do you know, I
choice.
was watching it just thinking about my dad as well. My dad's relatively healthy, thinking, do you know what, me and my brother could do something like that if we needed to. I think that's a really
Yeah.
I think that's
galvanising.
the aim, yes, try and get more and more people thinking like that.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
OK, let's get the weather. Here's Laura.
Good morning to you. Now, this Sunday, of course, is Remembrance Sunday. If you're heading to a service, now, weather-wise, it's actually not looking too bad. Mostly fine, lots of sunshine around, not too cold. Perhaps per southern and western areas there could be a few showers, but it is mostly dry. Here's the details.
You can't choose the weather, but you can choose the right trade for you. Good Morning Britain National Weather is sponsored by Checkertrade.com.
Checkertrade.com.
But the whole weekend isn't dominated by that weather, no. We've got rain around on Saturday and then